Calgary's the hottest team in the WBL. They've won 12 straight, and Rookie of the Year candidate Jerry Stroman is one of the reasons why. If he's not making the impossible play, he sets up folks like Chip Engelland, the best three-point shooter in the league. Dayton's on a roll, too. They've won 12 of 14. You just can't stop Alfredrick Hughes when he gets the ball on the inside. This expansion team is taking the WBL by surprise, and Perry McDonald aims to make a statement in tonight's battle of division leaders.
Welcome to Dayton, Ohio, and the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Tonight, the Southern Division leading Dayton team takes on the Northern Division leading Calgary 88s. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woloshin, along with Tom Nasolki. There is some electricity in the air as one team tries to put a step forward. Tom, in an early season game like this, is it a psychological step that's important?
Yeah, Dave, I think it's very important because Calgary has beaten Dayton twice. Dayton has since added 3 new players, of course, that really helped the ball club. And I think right now these two teams are the powers in the league and look to probably meet in the finals.
Well, they've taken 2 different roads, really, to get on their roll. Calgary has been very consistent. I mean, they have players who play together for years and years and years. They get firepower from many places, including Mr. Consistency, Carlos Clark.
Well, the thing is, Carlos has played for 4 years with the 88s. Roger is a coach that believes in making a commitment to his players, and once he gets the right mixture, he's going to stay with those players.
And he has stayed with them for years and years. Now, it's a different road for Dayton, I promise you. Since opening day, 5 new players have come in. They say that the reason for the real recent success is because of Eddie Hughes, the point guard. He is the glue to this team now.
Well, Eddie Hughes has played about 10 years of professional basketball, including 3 years in the NBA with Utah and also a couple of years with the Denver Nuggets. So he's like a coach on the floor. He's a very quiet, leader-type guy, a good three-point shooter, but he is the personification of the point guard.
If you look at the WBL statistics at the top, both Calgary and Dayton, they shoot lights out, both teams. Who gets the edge there?
Well, Chip Engelland's the best three-point shooter in the league, but you've also got Alfredrick Hughes and Brooks Steppe who can crack it from the outside for Dayton.
Hughes, amazing. You figured he'd play inside, but he goes outside too. Defensively, who do you like there?
I like Calgary a little bit better. They play the game a little closer to the vest. I say they're the best defensive club. On paper, they should win it. They're a little bit more experienced, but I think Dayton might spring an upset here tonight.
Home court advantage is always terrific. The bragging rights in the early season up for grabs. We've got the tip-off coming your way in just a moment.
Hi. Take your feet off the table. Now, here's your bag of Eagle potato chips. Here's my bag of Eagle potato chips. Now, we're going to open them. Not like an animal. Watch me. I open it easily. I remove 1 chip. Now, I taste it. The quintessence of taste and crunchiness. Go ahead.
Eagle potato chips, everyone loves them.
When you need more than just a thirst quencher, make the move to Power Burst. Power Burst, the advanced performance beverage designed to replace the vital fluids and nutrients your body loses whenever and however you work hard. Power Burst increases your endurance while it satisfies your thirst fast, and Power Burst comes in 4 great tasting flavors. So whenever you're thirsty for whatever you do, make the move to Power Burst.
Every week, TV Guide pulls together everything that's going on TV. Then we lay it all out to help you decide what's best for you and your family. This week highlights 7 days worth of top flight programming. Daily guidelines alert you to each day's best bets. And our close-ups give you concise, in-depth background on noteworthy shows. So, week in, week out, when you want to know what's really worth watching on television, what's really worth reading is TV Guide.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio, where we get set for probably the best early season matchup of the year. Let's meet the principals as the crowd starts to come in. Here is PA announcer Charlie Robinson.
The starting lineup for tonight's game. First for the visiting Calgary 88s. A 6'3" guard from Indiana University wearing number 14, Jim Thomas. At the other guard position, 6'3" from Duke University, number 10, Chip Engelland. At center, 6'4" from Virginia Tech, number 34, Perry Young. From the University of Mississippi, a 6'4" forward wearing number 4, Carlos Clark. And at the other forward, 6'4", from the University of Utah, number 23, Jerry Stroman. The 88s are coached by Roger Lyons. He's assisted by Richard Bogo. The 88s trainer is Fraser Dodds. And now the starting lineup for your Dayton Wings. But here are your 1991 Dayton Wings dance team, the Fly Girls. For the Wings, a 6'4" guard from Georgia Tech, number 5, Brooke Steppe. At the other guard position, 5'10", from Colorado State, number 11, Eddie Hughes. At center, 6'4", from Georgetown University, number 20, Perry McDonald. At a forward position, 6'4", from the University of Utah, number 24, Albert Springs. And at the other forward slot, 6'4", from Loyola of Chicago, number 21, Al Frederick Hughes. The Wings are coached by Pat Haley. He's assisted by Mike Sylvester, Donald Smith, and Rex Gardecki.
Lots of talent out there, and both teams are very, very deep. We pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will continue in a moment.
Did you know that Quality Rebuilders can save you money? Quality has a complete automotive machine shop. Everything is done right here. Did you know that Quality does full-service work on American and foreign cars and trucks? And that Quality does transmission repairs and replacements, valve jobs, complete motor rebuilding and replacements? Quality Rebuilders is the working man's friend. 43rd and North. Ask about Quality Rebuilders warranty and 90 days same as upper body.
I have tried bikes, jogging, even racquetball, and Easy Glider is definitely the best.
And this handsome unit folds down quickly for easy storage.
Call toll-free like I did to shape up and slim down with Easy Glider.
Call toll-free 1-800-238-3100. We'll bill your credit card 3 easy payments of $19.95 each. You get a full 60-day home trial with a money-back guarantee. The total price, $59.85 plus $9 shipping and handling. Call now, 1-800-238-3100.
The fans on their feet here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. This is a great game of matchups. Who will be able to stop Al Frederick Hughes? Well, they've got a couple of people like Perry Young. Calgary does for sure. The guards will be interesting. Hughes against the sharpshooter Chip Engelland. Lots of interesting things to take into account here, Tom.
Well, one thing that's going to be interesting to me personally, I know Jerry Stroman and Albert Springs very well. He went to the University of Utah. And of course, I live in Salt Lake City and seen both of them play for many years, and they know they're going to face one another tonight. They were joking about it before the ball game.
Dayton now 15-7, Calgary 17-5. The 88s have won 12 straight. The Wings have won 12 of 14, but 5 in a row, and they've been very tough here at home. And well, you almost sense some electricity in this crowd, don't you?
Oh, this is going to be a great ball game here tonight.
McDonald, a bruiser right off the start, gets it. Brooke Steppe, kid from Georgia Tech, traveled before he got the shot off. Maybe a little contact, but it doesn't count. There's the leading candidate to be Rookie of the Year, Stroman. Carlos Clark, only a 2. First blood, Calgary. Remember, they've played twice. The 88s have won them both. Any nerves early, Tom?
No, I don't think so. I think all these players have played enough basketball. Both are fairly experienced clubs, really.
Hughes penetrates and makes it happen. Frederick Hughes, well, good pass inside. Calgary, a great passing team. It didn't go that time. They've got 553 assists already this year. They really move the ball around.
Well, again, that comes from playing together. Dave, they played, in fact, this lineup out here has played together for 4 years with the exception of Jerry Stroman.
Hughes again, he's got all 4 for Dayton. Will post up on Hughes and takes advantage of the height there.
Yeah, that's right. They went right to Jim Thomas, posting up on Eddie Hughes, who's about 3 or 4 inches shorter than Jim Thomas.
Minute and a half gone. First quarter. Tie ball game. From way out, Hughes couldn't get it to go. Chip Anglin leads the league in three-pointers, leads the league in free throw shooting. That time, Carlos Clark couldn't get it to where he wanted it to go. Calgary got back on D nicely, didn't they? That should have been a carry, maybe. Hughes, in and out. Young gets the rebound. Either team able really to move. Anglin in traffic. Thomas controls for Calgary. They controlled the boards early. Nice pass, Carlos Clark. He's got 4. Calgary on top by 2.
This is going to be the first set play now we've had in the first couple of minutes of the ball game. They came down and singled. They're going to run a little 1-4 action. This time they post up Perry McDonald.
He couldn't get it to go. Another rebound for Calgary. That time it was Clark. And Thomas goes to work one-on-one with Hughes. There's the kick out. Anglin for 3. You see why he's the best in the league. 9-4. So Calgary busts out for the first time. Hughes to answer the reverse. Gets it back. Got fouled.
Here's a situation right there where Jim Thomas drives to the middle. Chip Englund spots up. Jim Thomas kicks the ball out and you get the 3.
That is the way the game is going to be played more and more, isn't it? Penetrate and kick.
Yeah, you know, especially with an experienced team, because, or experienced players, I should say. Chip Englund knows that if he spots up, he's going to be hit with the ball.
Frederick Hughes really an all-around player. 21-point average, 9.5 rebounds, about 82% from the line, and that's his first point of the night.
The thing I like about Alfrederick, besides being a good player, there's Roger Lyon, great coaches in this league.
And happy with the early lead as Hughes tries to cut into it.
Alfrederick we got here at about 5:45, and Alfrederick was out here at 10 minutes to 6. Getting ready for the ball game. He really works out.
He works. He really does. He was the number 5 scorer in the NCAA when he graduated from Loyola in Chicago. And now he's number 9. Some people have passed him by. 9-6. There's Perry Young. Ooh, sweet move for the young man from Virginia Tech. His first 2.
That's going to be a big battle inside tonight. Perry Young against Alfrederick Hughes.
This is Eddie Hughes working on Thomas. His team down 5. Steppy for 3. Yeah. Beautiful shot. The other way in a hurry. Thomas kicks it. Stroman will take the 3. No. Steppy got the rebound. 3-on-2 here. McDonald, and Young got the rebound. Almost stolen by Hughes and almost lost. England forced it. It wouldn't go. Stroman saves for the 88s and fires away from downtown, but just a 2. And that's the first deuce for Jerry Stroman, averaging 23 a game, the number 8 scorer in the league. 13-9, 4-point lead for Calgary.
Now here's something you don't see in the WBL very much. That's a pick and roll. That was between Eddie Hughes and Perry McDonald.
Hughes couldn't get it to go, but Perry McDonald did force it in. His first 2. 13-11, a 2-point game. Biggest lead was 5. Calgary owned that early. 5.5 to go, first quarter. Here's the matchup we talked about. That's fun to watch. Look at the brute strength. A great pass inside, but the shot wouldn't go. The follow up, and Hughes got the rebound. And then directs the break. England wanted the ball. Instead, Hughes.
That's something you don't see very often, as Albert Springs taking that shot from the outside.
Springs open. This time he didn't take the shot. He went right to Alfrederick Hughes at the blind behind the back shot. Tie game, 13-all. They want to go to Young. Good defense by Hughes.
The thing that Perry Young does very well is when he gets the ball in the deep post, he handles the ball and also keeps vision to the weak side so he can't be doubled very easily.
Alfrederick Hughes not a happy man as he goes to the bench. He got whistled for the foul. Let's take a look.
Now watch Perry Young, the way he looks to the opposite side, that keeps the other players from double teaming him.
Oh, watch Alfrederick Hughes here. He's not looking, is he?
No, there he goes. Back to the basket.
15-13 Calgary. We're back in a moment.
Sunday nights, strap yourself in for high-speed excitement with the fastest show on TV. Speedway Sunday puts the pedal to the metal and puts you in the driver's seat with sizzling motorsports. 7:30 Eastern on Sports Channel America this week.
It's action like you've never seen. Excitement like you've never felt.
How you doing, Trooper?
And sex like you've never had. Leslie Nielsen.
Freeze!
Is this some kind of bust?
It's very impressive, yes.
The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 28th at theaters everywhere.
Tuesdays, America's love affair with the outdoors takes on a whole new meaning. Fishing and hunting tips and culinary wonders are just a few of the ingredients on Outdoors America. 9:30 Eastern on Sports Channel America, Tuesdays.
Welcome back to the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio. A dandy game so far. The Calgary 88s lead the home team Wings 15-13 so far. Let's quickly go over the way the WBL plays. No player can be over 6'5", 4 10-minute quarters. Nobody fouls out. The three-point line is 20 feet 6 inches. In overtime, it's the first team to score 7 points. It's a 24-second shot clock. You have to get the ball over the timeline in 8 seconds. And just recently, the all-new, all-leather WBL all-world ball.
Well, we'll talk about how the ball came into being a little bit later. That's quite a story behind it, but really photographs well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's pretty. People were talking about how the old ABA ball has become a collector's item, and this thing already people are going crazy for it in Europe.
Well, the rubber ball, they've had the rubber ball out for a while, and that's they can't keep it in stock, and I think it'll be the same way with this leather ball.
Perry Young, fine player, his third year with Calgary from Virginia Tech, averaging about 17 points and 8.5 rebounds. He is one tough cookie. His ball club has a 2-point lead thanks to his tough bucket inside right before the break, and there's the free throw after he was fouled by Alfrederick Hughes. Brooks Steffi's had a pretty good night so far. He finds Eddie Hughes underneath, nowhere to go. Jackson from the corner, and it'll belong to Calgary. They can open up a 5-point lead or even a 6. The biggest advantage has been 5, owned by Calgary a little earlier in the game. Dayton shooting only 50% from the outside. Calgary 6 of 9 so far in the game. Here's Thomas from long range. No, and the rebound comes down to Dayton. Hughes goes to work on Thomas. Jackson had a notion. Hughes has to use quickness. Oh, what a great block inside. Stroman got his hand on that, but Dayton keeps the ball alive. Hughes got it that time. Used his speed. He's got 6 in the game now. 16-15. go where they want to. Young, and he got fouled by Hughes, and that's number 2, and that could be important.
We're going to take a look here on the replay. Now watch Eddie Hughes go to the basket, change his hands. Jerry Stroman still gets over and gets the block. Notice what a great job Perry Young does posting up. He always gets open in deep, and there was the foul, of course, on the turnaround jumper.
Perry 1 for 1 from the line, and Frederick Hughes, you know, if he's on your team, you'll love this guy, and the crowd loves him. If he's against you, he goes into some visiting arenas, and he's the villain. They like to boo him and get on him.
Well, as Jack Eaton, the team announcer, the Memphis Rockers, he calls him our favorite thug. If he's playing on our team, we love him. He's on another team, we don't like him so much.
That time, Young only gets 1 of the 2. Here's Steppe for 3, not even close, but a good rebound inside by Frederick Hughes, and he draws the foul this time, and there will be no complaint. Stroman, though, has a beef.
Well, there's the shot. It looks like Steppe was hit on the top of the head. Here's the rebound. Now Hughes goes up, makes a good head and shoulders fake, and there he's clobbered.
Now Frederick with 4 tonight, has hit 2 from the stripe.
Well, the thing with Hughes, he's equally as good. He can play outside. He can get in deep and post. Very, very strong rebound. We'll just take a look at the muscleature on him.
Well, Frederick Hughes already with 4 rebounds, 4 of the 10 that the Wings have. Hughes can tie it with this free throw. Knotted. That's 17.
Now Kelsey Weems is in at the point, taking Jim Thomas out. He gives the 88s a little different look. He's much quicker, a much better penetrator than Jimmy Thomas. Not quite as good a court leader.
England, and he forced but got the deuce over Steppe. He's got 5 in the game now, and a 2-point lead for Calgary. Steppe wants to go inside, has to go cross court. Here's Jackson. He almost stepped on the baseline. And a good steal by Stroman. And here's a 3-on-1. Weems lost the handle, and coming back was Perry McDonald. Jackson. Yes. 19 all. Inside, great pass. Stroman.
Well, Stroman did a nice job that time of making the pass, cutting to the basket, and then getting the ball back.
21-19, Calgary 2 and change to play in the first quarter. Eddie Hughes open. He'll take the tray, and he got the tray, and he's been hot in this quarter. 9. Loose ball foul away from the basket. And we'll take a break. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dayton takes their first lead. They lead Calgary 22-21.
For the man who really loves his golf, nothing will stand in his way when he wants to play. He'll play anywhere. Trouble, however, can be encountered on any golf course. Hazards like heavy rough. Golf Digest magazine can help. Every golfer wants to improve, but the golfer who improves most reads Golf Digest. For him, sand shots are easy. Golf Digest's instructional articles can even see you through the perils of a water hazard. Your favorite course may be less treacherous than this one, but probably no less demanding. Wherever you play, play better with Golf Digest.
Get a full year of Golf Digest for $19.77. Call 800-841-0300 now and get our free half-hour instructional video with your paid subscription. Call 800-841-0300 now.
Tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time, join Sports Channel America for the fastest show on television, Speedway Sunday. Strap yourself in for exciting motorsports every week. Speedway Sunday, tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, only on Sports Channel America. And this event may not be available in all areas. Please consult your listings for further details. You saw those Dayton cheerleaders clear the floor. They're on their way to the Hula Bowl in the fall. They're going to dance at halftime there. Not bad at all. 22-21 Dayton.
I'll give you an example of the depth of the Dayton team. They put Joe Ward in, who's a terrific player, has made a big difference this club. There's Pat Haley, a longtime coach at University of Dayton and Bowling Green. They also have Troy Lewis, who they acquired from Youngstown. Troy was the best sixth man in the WBL last year.
Dayton has this lead. They've shot only 8 of 18 from the field, Tom. Calgary's hot, 10 of 13. It's uncharacteristic for Dayton to be this cool. But yet, they're right in there. Tied 22 all. Couldn't get that one to go. The rebound to the man Tom just talked about. Jumping Joe Ward. He's excitement. And he goes for the three right off the pad and hits it. Wow. Doesn't take any time to warm up, huh? England. Had it knocked away. Perry Young with the good D. Here comes JAREN Jackson, and he got fouled. No doubt, John Hedgewood got him good.
All right. Stay here. Come on, all right?
Jackson gets up slowly. He's okay.
John Hedgewood was playing in Argentina this last winter, and he joined the ball club, the Calgary 88s, about 3 weeks ago. Played with him last year, a very strong rebounder, so he's just now rounding in shape.
Well, we talked about how deep these teams are. You know, Ward comes off the bench, hits the three. Jackson now has 3 in the game. You like to get that scoring from the bench, huh?
Well, Hughes, Ward, and Jackson are the players that have really made the difference in this club.
Jackson makes them both, and now Dayton has their biggest lead. It's 5, so both teams have enjoyed 5-point bulges. Minute 35 to go in the quarter. Stroman got hacked, and Joe Ward pleads his case.
You know, Pat Haley, the Dayton coach, had been out of basketball for 12 years. Had coached a long time at both the high school and the college level, and was out and took Don Donaher's place.
That's a tough angle to really tell if he did get him. If you ask Pat Haley, he'll say no. In the meantime, Young gets the ball, and Calgary goes to work. Young got the loose ball. He owns that turnaround jumper. Nice play, Perry Young. 6 in the quarter, 27-24. Dayton with the lead. Jackson again. It's a tray. Yes! Stroman will answer. Rebound, Dayton, and Ward in a hurry. Off his foot. England faked the 3. Couldn't get the pull-up. Bodies are bouncing. And the ball not bouncing real true. Lewis. And Jackson again. Yes! Another 3 for JAREN Jackson. He's got 10 in the quarter with 35 seconds to go. And Dayton now up 9. Egwood got to let around Ward. Good pass inside, draws the foul. Fans don't like it, and there is a pretty good crowd on hand.
You know, Dave, up to now, Dayton is really playing some swarming defense. They're taking some chances. In that particular instance, their inside was penetrated, but they're doing a great job of getting back and helping out.
Barry McDonald picked up the foul, and he takes a seat on the bench. Troy Lewis in the game now for Dayton, too. The young man who's a veteran, played at Purdue, a terrific player. Stroman, yes. He's a tough guy, Troy Lewis, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's very, very good college player.
End of the first quarter, and Florida leads Youngstown 32-31. Florida scores some points, don't they? Stroman got them both. He's got 6 in the game now. 33-26. Here's an interesting story. Claudio Goldabella from Italy. He's here to really refine his skills.
Claudio played in the same ball club that Mike Sylvester, who's the assistant coach for Dayton, played on in Italy.
Lewis drew the foul. It wouldn't go. He's got a quick step, and he releases from every angle, doesn't he? Anglin picked up the foul. Only his first. We'll look at Roger Lyons, and Tom will visit with Roger at halftime. 5.5 seconds left in the first quarter. So Dayton ran the clock down, and Lewis got the shot. Troy normally pretty good free throw shooter, 81%.
Just a great shooter, period. He played very, very well for Youngstown last year. Was 2 times All Big Ten at Purdue.
Young to beat the buzzer. No. Strowman, will it count? No. It missed anyway, and we played a pretty interesting first quarter. Dayton jumped up early by 5, or rather Calgary did, and Dayton has answered the call. They lead by 8 at the end of the first quarter. 34-26 our score. We'll be back to the Irvin J. Nutter Center in just a moment.
People who drink Minute Maid orange soda aspire to great heights. The big orange taste of Minute Maid orange soda, the official soft drink of the NBA.
Let me have one of those delicious potato chips, huh? Eagle. They're the best. What a name, huh? Eagle. Eagle means the best. I've got the perfect motto for the company, too.
What is that?
Aquila non capit moscas. That's Latin.
What does it mean?
The eagle does not catch flies.
I got one, too. Tutto è finito.
What does that mean?
They're gonna fire us. Eagle snacks. Everyone loves them.
Only one shoe is cool enough to be the choice of the World Basketball League. The new WBL Pro from Tebas. The coolest shoe in the world. Basketball League.
Every week, TV Guide pulls together everything that's going on TV. Then we lay it all out to help you decide what's best for you and your family. This week highlights 7 days' worth of top-flight programming. Daily guidelines alert you to each day's best bets. And our close-ups give you concise, in-depth background on noteworthy shows. So week in, week out, when you want to know what's really worth watching on television, what's really worth reading is TV Guide.
Kick it out.
The big orange taste of Minute Maid orange soda, the official soft drink of the NBA.
Daddy, will you play me a song? How about it? The home crowd at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, very, very happy indeed. They lead by 8 as we go to the second quarter. Calgary in red, Dayton in white. Calgary wins the tip, and here comes Kelsey Weems. Really, the battle on the boards has been won by Dayton, 13-8. And Tom, is that the reason they're up by the 8 points?
Yeah, it is. Plus, they're playing terrific half-court defense.
There's a good example of some pretty good half-court defense indeed, and that's going to be a jump ball. Kelsey Weems got into Never Never Land.
There's a situation now where Weems turns the baseline, but Joe Ward comes over to help, ties him up, and there you have the jump ball.
Boy, does he jump, huh? Impressive. I figure he comes off the bench, too. I mean, that's one of the aspects, I think, from both these teams that maybe makes them the class of the league so far is that they do go deep.
Well, that's right. I talked to Pat Haley before the game, and he really plays 10 players, and he said they're in competition against one another all the time. If they don't play well, they come out and we go with someone else.
First Ward with the D, then he wins the battle, and Jackson buries another one for 3. He is really putting on a show. Way out, hits the top of the backcourt. Dayton can really extend. They lead by 11, 37-26. Good crowd on hand. They've drawn 7,000 here before, Tom, and well, they've got a 4,000, 5,000 here tonight. Rainy night in Dayton, which might have.
Oh, that's right. Big storm out there tonight, Dave.
Troy Lewis. Oh man, we talked about what a shooter he was. You see it. There's a 14-point lead for Dayton. Remember, they have not beaten Calgary yet this year. Hagwood with a nice shot there. That's his first two. 40-28. Jackson again.
Yes! There was just a mix-up on defensive assignments that time, and Eddie Hughes took advantage of it. Spotted Jackson over in the corner, hitting for the three.
Jackson with 16, averages 12.5. Ward got the rebound, poked away, got a jab in the back and still controlled. Lewis, Weems with the rebound. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first half. Dayton by 15. Calgary's not used to being in this position, Tom. Angle, no, front of the rim, and suddenly Calgary is very, very cold, and it's physical inside. You see bodies hit the deck. Watch the rebound here, and somebody's going on. Joe Ward's around all that. He's really out to play tonight. Get some PT.
Joe Ward played for a good friend of mine, Hugh Durham, down at the University of Georgia, and is one of their all-time great players.
Pat Haley happy with the way his team is playing. Up 15. They've got the basketball. Corbett in the game now, and that shot by who else? JAREN Jackson. Just a deuce this time to put him at 18. Thomas with a nice move, and then backed off. Nothing but net there. He's been sitting a while. Comes out firing. Here's Eddie Hughes. No, and finally Dayton misses an opportunity. Weems skates by everybody. Oh, the good move. Here's the three. Smith took it, couldn't go. But controlling the boards, Calgary for the moment. Weems. No, they are really cold.
Yeah, that's not Kelsey Weems' shot. They play him for the drive. He's not a real good outside shooter. Great driver.
They dared him to shoot. He didn't miss. And Dayton has made this run really without Alfred Hughes for the most part. Here's Ward, air ball. Things getting a little sloppy. Clark holds up. Yes. Carlos Clark with 6. 45-32. Jackson, he's unconscious.
Well, that time that was a set play, and Jackson came off a baseline screen. Did a nice job of getting the ball to him. Now see this in the play. Here he comes now. There's a baseline screen, nice screen. Jackson gets the ball delivered by Eddie Hughes, goes up for the three-pointer.
Well, there are nights you feel it, and there are nights you really feel it. This must be one of those nights.
That's the advantage of having a floor general like Hughes. He'll do a good job of delivering the ball to the right person at the right time.
That could have been a 4-point play. 15-point lead for Dayton. Good pass inside, and a foul on Corbett. Anthony Corbett played right here in Dayton. 6'4", 235. They say he's instant offense. And JAREN Jackson's going to leave the game, and the crowd obviously very pleased with, he just went over for a rest. Now they're bringing Corbett out. I guess they're going to keep the guy who's hot in. They set a pick for Smith. It wasn't there. Jim Thomas to work on Jackson. Jim Thomas has hit a couple in a row.
Well, Jim Thomas knows he's not a great outside shooter. He's a fine medium-range shooter, and he worked around until he got the good shot.
47-34, Dayton on top. Troy Lewis. And Roger Lyons didn't like that call, and you can almost understand why. There's a man that's happy, though, Pat Haley.
There's the drive, and we're going to see right there. Yeah, he just gets him just a little bit.
Everything going Dayton's way. They're up 13.
Come on, not another cooking class.
Yes. You want to join us? Tonight is the fine art of snacking.
No way. I'm just going to grab a handful of these Eagle chips and run.
You don't run while eating Eagle chips. It's snacking elevated to its highest form.
I'm elevating the chip now. Mmm, delicious. Oh, I got to have some of those Eagle honey roast nuts.
Ah, the sweet crunchiness. Why don't you stay for class?
The delirious. I better take some for later. Gotta go.
Hi. We're here. Hi.
When does class begin? Eagle snacks. Everyone loves them.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio. I'm Dave Woloshin along with Tom Nisulke. Dayton having their way with Calgary so far, 47-34. Tom, this was a close game until early in the second quarter, and then the Wings went on a run. What happened?
I think Joe Ward coming in doing a good job on the boards, hitting a couple buckets, and of course Jaren Jackson doing a great job with the threes, and then their stifling half-court defense. They have really taken Calgary out of about everything they want to do.
Dayton also shooting 80% in the second quarter. Troy Lewis has missed 2 free throws in this game, so he's 1 for 3, which is not like Troy Lewis.
No, he's twice all Big Ten, started all 4 years at Purdue, former Mr. Basketball in the state of Indiana. That's pretty good pedigree.
Yeah. He says that only when they count do I really concentrate. There was a bad shot by Jim Thomas. And now Frederick Hughes looks to run. That's been his spot. Let's see what Jaren Jackson does. This time he gives it to the low post man. And Hughes fights the double team. Calgary doing a better job on the boards. Kelsey Weems went through the seam and made a tremendous play. Does that count? Yes, sir. Well, he just skated through everybody and made the impossible shot.
Well, that's his strength. Weems does a great job. He can accelerate. Reminds me of Andre Turner with his acceleration. Gets to the basket, makes the tough shot.
And that cuts it to 12, 48-36. Kelsey from North Carolina State. And he dishes off real well in those situations, too. Missed the free throw. Now Frederick Hughes brought it down for Dayton with the 12-point lead. The Wings can't afford to relax against this team because they can shoot the threes. That one won't go, and Clark got the rebound for the 88s. And Steve Smith couldn't get it to go. Loose ball foul on Calgary. And Kelsey Weems. Number 1 on Weems. And some life now from Roger Lyons, sensing maybe they can make a move if they play some good D here. Still 12-point difference with Dayton on top. McDonald over to Young. Loose ball foul on Dayton. Brooke Steppe. And a travel, and now we're seeing some sloppy play. A lull in the game.
But that's going to happen in professional basketball. You're going to have times where the game is almost beautiful. You're going to have some ugly times too, if both teams are really getting down and digging in, trying to play the good defense.
I guess just the ebbs and flows of the contest.
Yeah, that's right.
Jackson in the corner. Oh, he finally missed a shot. Carlos Clark with the rebound. He's had about 3 in the last couple of minutes. Perry Young, nice move. Got it back with strength and puts it in. His first deuce of this quarter. And it's a 10-point contest.
Well, Weems is doing a good job of getting the ball down in a hurry and making something happen.
Brooke Stuckey had to kick it back. Good passing. McDonald, yes.
That was a big shot because Calgary is now starting to dig down and play some defense. Very important shot, the last one.
Yeah, because you sensed that momentum was changing just a little bit.
That's it.
They're trying to squeeze in there, and Calgary got the ball back. Stroman tried to do maybe a little too much that last time. Perry Young, it's a trap. Eddie Hughes, the little guy, got the rebound. They list him at 5'10". Jackson, oh, he missed 2 in a row. Hughes kept it alive. And a foul on Carlos Clark.
You know, Eddie Hughes was out of basketball several years ago, and then Utah picked him up right near the end of the year, used him in the playoffs, and then they did end up releasing him, and then Denver picked him up and he played 2 more years, so he was ready to get out. Now he's kind of got new life again.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Yep, he went back, and I believe it was either graduate school at Colorado State or it was teaching school.
I guess perseverance is the example of Eddie Hughes, and that free throw bore it out. Didn't it? I mean, it sat on that rim for about 10 seconds. That's Hughes' first point in this quarter. He's now got 10 in the contest. Missed that one. 51-38. Dayton's linked back to 13. Stroman for the tray. Hughes high to get the rebound. These guys are like the Hughes brothers between Alfredrick and Eddie, and they both have roles and they play so well together. Weems all over Eddie this time. McDonald inside. Tough move. Perry Young with a rebound. And Calgary can again move to within 11.
The one thing about the Calgary team, they've got too much character to fold up. I mean, they're going to continue to play hard, do what they can, and do what they have to do to fight back.
Carlos Clark forced to make something happen. And Hughes underneath, and Perry McDonald and Perry Young really playing physical basketball at the moment. 2:27 left in the half. Dayton on top.
Some men would rather live their lives sheltered in the harbor, and some would rather sail into life with the unmistakable scent of Old Spice. Clean, true, and classic. Old Spice, one of the legends of the sea.
When sports cream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why sports cream? Massaging sports cream in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no odor. Why sports cream? Because it works.
Over 28 million adults get athlete's foot.
I'm Jim Bird. I had athlete's foot until I used NP27. It has an ingredient recommended by doctors.
Look, NP27 stops the burning, itching of athlete's foot fast.
NP27. Nothing's a better cure for athlete's foot.
Wednesday on U.S. Olympic Showcase, America's strongmen compete in the U.S. Weightlifting National Championships. You'll also see continuing coverage of the World Volleyball League as the USA takes on Italy. That's U.S. Olympic Showcase Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, only on Sports Channel America. Now, this event may not be available in all areas, so please consult your listings for further details. Here, Dayton leads Calgary 51-38. It's the battle of the divisional leaders. And really, Calgary has had their way with Dayton so far this year, 2-0. But these folks think things will change tonight.
Well, one thing that's changed is Jackson, Joe Ward, Eddie Hughes. They didn't have those players when they played Calgary before. And both times, or of course, I better change that and say that these three players have made a tremendous difference. Pat Haley has done a terrific job in changing the complexion of the ball club. And talking to him before the game, he was not very happy with a couple of the players that he had early and had to move them.
Not only do you have to change the player personnel and weave them in the way Haley has, but you have to change strategy completely with the talent that you've got.
And I think another thing that Pat mentioned to me, he'd been out of basketball really 12 years, and I think it takes a little bit to get back in. I mean, he wasn't real happy at the start of the year because he'd taken the job in a very, very difficult situation. Now he's a lot more relaxed, feels much better about his ball club.
Dayton by 11. And this man, Jaren Jackson, one of the big reasons why he's been so hot tonight. Steppy fired the corner, but that was last touched by Calgary, and I think it was Stroman who got a hand on it. Stroman, really an all-around player, does so many things offensively for you, passes the ball well, and plays pretty good D. Calgary has been terrific defensively this year. One of the reasons why they've got such a great record. Lenny Hughes, he forced, he got.
That was also a big basket because that time Calgary was in a zone defense. It had confused Dayton a little bit, and then Eddie hit the big basket.
Harry Young threw it away. Steppy finds Hughes, and then it's Ward, and what a play! It's back to 15 time, and so if there was going to be a momentum switch, forget it now. Minute 41 to go. First half. Harry Young. Airball, but a nice follow. Kelsey Weems.
Well, what happened in that situation, Eddie Hughes came off Kelsey Weems to double team. The shot was taken, and then Weems didn't have anyone blocking him out, was able to get the offensive rebound.
No. Down 13. Oh, and a steal, Perry McDonald. That's an exclamation point. He's got 6. Back to 15, and they could have cut it to 11 or 10. In the other games they've played, Calgary has led at the half. Once 49-46, once 55-42. No way that's going to happen this time. In the corner, the three won't go, and little Eddie Hughes dances on the baseline and saves the ball. They've got to beat the 8 seconds. Young really guarding McDonald. It's close, but he gets it across the line. Ward 3, no. Ward fouled by Stroman, and Ward hit hard with 30 seconds left in the half. He says, I'm okay, just let me get up slowly.
Well, there's the shot, and then Joe Ward will follow the shot. Probably should have taken the ball, went back down on the ground with it, and then maybe either passed it out or drove it to the, took it to the hole.
Kill a little clock. You would have, if you get it to the end, you would have kept Calgary with only 6 seconds left. And this way you get 2, I guess, Tom, and come back the other way. You'll have 6 seconds to answer.
I don't think he had that in mind, but no. that's the way it comes out.
It's them both. 59-42. That's a 17-point advantage, biggest of the night.
Dayton has done as good a job defensively as I've seen any team in the 2 years that I've been around.
Carlos Clark couldn't get the leaner to go. What great presence of mind. He knocked it off of Brooks Steppy out of bounds. So with the shot clock turned off, 19.8 seconds left in the half. Calgary will have the ball, but they're trailing by a bunch, 17. They should go for a 3 here and try to get some momentum to go to the locker room. They play for the last shot. Where's this going, Tom?
Well, they wanted to go to Chip England, but Brooks Steppy did a great job playing him. Not the shot they want, but they got the 2.
Weems will take it. 1.5 seconds left. You see it. Steal. Young at the buzzer. No. It is just not Calgary's night at all. 59-44. The Wings over the 88s at the halftime. They've played 3 times now. This is the first time that Dayton has enjoyed the halftime advantage.
Yeah, that's the shot they really didn't want, but they got. They wanted to go to Chip England there, but Williams had to take the shot. Chip was not open.
So Calgary cut it to 5, but it's been all Dayton in the first half. 59-44. We're back in Ohio in a moment.
When sports scream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why sports scream? Massaging sports cream in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no odor. Why sports cream? Because it works.
Over 28 million adults get athlete's foot.
I'm Jim Bird. I had athlete's foot until I used NP27. It has an ingredient recommended by doctors.
Look, NP27 stops the burning, itching of athlete's foot fast.
NP27. Nothing's a better cure for athlete's foot.
This summer, only one movie stars Leslie Nielsen as Frank Drebin.
Is this some kind of bus?
That's very impressive, yes.
Priscilla Presley as Jane. George Kennedy as Ed.
Congratulations. I understand that Edna's pregnant again.
Yes, and if I catch the guy who did it. And O.J. Simpson as Nordberg. Step on it. The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 28th at theaters everywhere.
Here's an opportunity to receive a free copy of William F. Buckley's historic Agenda for the 90s.
When you get National Review, you'll have news and opinions you don't find anywhere else.
But I think you know that National Review is my favorite magazine. It's my favorite because it's splendidly written, brilliantly edited, and a pleasure to read.
It's informative, probing, persuasive, and challenging. It's serious and it's entertaining. I think it's terrific.
I like it because it cuts through the nonsense that normally surrounds most political issues with simple, common sense. And of course, I love the humor. It's a very funny magazine.
Yep, no other magazine gives you what we give you. Guaranteed.
Call this toll-free number now, and we'll send you absolutely free and with no obligation this copy of Agenda for the 90s. For a trial subscription to National Review for only $24.95, call toll-free 1-800-238-3100. That's 1-800-238-3100.
Welcome back to the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio. The hometown Wings having their way with the Calgary 88s, 59-44. Dayton's done it all year long. They got a real star inside. His name is Alfredrick Hughes. And Tom Nisaki talked to them a little bit earlier.
Last year you were giving me fits when I was coaching Memphis, so it's good to see you in a more suitable setting this time.
It's good to see you also, definitely.
Thank you. Now let's just talk a little bit about the league, Alfredrick. This is your 4th year in the league. You've seen the changes. What's it been like as far as cities and also as the type of player that's coming into the league?
I think we're getting better caliber players each year. A lot of people are starting to hear about this league and looking at it as another outlet. And we're getting a lot of much better players than what we started the first year. I think everybody in this league has very talented players from the first guy to the 10th guy.
What about now as far as playing in Dayton? This is a big difference from playing in Springfield last year.
Definitely. We have a lot of support here. The people love basketball here. Last year we were dropping from 200 to 1,000 people a game, but here we had a place almost full every night. We average about 5,000 people a game, and that makes us feel much better at home.
What about now? You've had a lot of changes. Your team's playing very, very well. You've added Eddie Hughes. Jackson's come in. You've got Joe Ward now. Has that been tough? Obviously, they're good players. Is it tough when you get that many new players that join you, just say in a couple of weeks?
No, it's not, because those guys are veterans and they know their role. I think for the first time, our second 5, once Daryl Johnson come on the team, our second 5 would be as good as almost anybody's first 5. And everybody know their role, that they know they come in to play. That gives us the opportunity to play 110% out there, because we know we have caliber players that once myself, Perry McDonald come out the game, we're not losing a beat out there.
What about now Eddie Hughes? Is he basically, now he's the most experienced,
yeah.
Is he basically like a coach on the floor?
Oh, definitely. Eddie Hughes is one of those quiet leaders, because we trust what he's doing. He always gets the job done day in, day out. From the first time he stepped on the floor with the Dayton Wings, Eddie Hughes has been doing a great job for this team. And I think that was one of the key things for us to do, is go out and get an experienced point guard to run this ball club.
What about Europe now? Are you going to go? You've made several of the tours. Are you going to go back this next winter? What's your favorite place to go to over there?
Amsterdam. We've been having a great place over in Amsterdam and Harlem, and it's great being over there because the people over there know us now and they love us when we come over there. They love our type of play, and it's been great going over there.
Now, Frederick, good luck the rest of the way. It's been a pleasure to have a chance to talk with you.
Okay, thank you. Good luck to you, too.
Back to you, David.
Now, Frederick Hughes, he's a real superstar in the WBL. Our halftime score, Dayton 59, Calgary 44. And we pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will continue in just a moment.
Here's the Chevy S10 Tahoe, and here's the lease payment.
Okay, so what's the catch? It's stripped, right?
Wrong. It's loaded with all these options.
Lifetime payments?
Nope. Lease it for $169 a month, 48 months.
My life savings down?
No down payment.
You get a loaded truck for $169 per month. So what's the catch?
Just one. Hurry to your local Gold Star Chevy dealer and take advantage of the selection before it's gone.
The tents are up and the prices are down on America's best-selling new cars at your 5-star Honda dealers. During our 9-day tent sale, we're making it easy to drive home an American-made Accord LX with all this for only $199 a month. Plus, new Civics, Preludes, and CRXs come with huge tent sale discounts. Get top dollar for your trade and on-the-spot financing. But hurry, our tent sale ends Saturday night at David Hobbs, Frank Gentile, Wild Honda, Honda City, and Russ Darrow. Don't miss it.
Once again, welcome back to Dayton, Ohio, where the hometown Wings leading the Calgary 88s 59-44. A little bit earlier, Tom Nasulke caught up with Roger Lyons, who's been the longtime coach of the Calgary 88s.
Roger, we talked several weeks ago in Calgary. You were just getting ready to start on a long homestand. Things have certainly gone well for you. Let you tell me a little bit about your ball club and what's happened the last couple of weeks.
Well, we feel very good about how we played at home. We had 9 consecutive home games, and we won all 9. So anytime you can win in front of the home fans, I think you're accomplishing something with your ball club. 2 things, Coach, we've done very well. One, we've played very good defense at times. And the other thing, I think we've been very unselfish with the ball. We've passed the ball. We've made the extra pass. And on a pro level, when you do that, you really have a chance to play good basketball.
Okay, now you've got the experience. You've got a fine rookie in Jerry Stroman. John Hegwood's come back with you. What else do you need now to win the championship?
Well, I think what we need to do is just make sure that we're solidified in what we're doing. I'm not much of a guy for roster changes. I believe in committing to the players and telling them that they're going to be in Calgary for the summer and trying to spend a lot of time with them and work with them. And that's exactly what we've done. I think we need to just make sure that we're on the same page every night and that we go out and we give a good effort. We know we're not going to win every night, but we just want to try to put together consistent strings.
Because it is interesting because, as you say, your club has stayed together. Now Dayton has made some changes. Of course, they're a new team. They've added Eddie Hughes, Jared Jackson, and, of course, Joe Ward. What do you know about those 3 players?
Well, I think Eddie Hughes has been the difference in their ball club. As we've looked at our tape and broken our tape down, we see a lot of good things that they're doing now that they have not done early in the season. He gives them great penetration. He's a guy that can score points. And then Jared Jackson, of course, comes from a situation where he knows how to win, coming from Georgetown. He's a guy who plays great defense. So those are 2 great additions to their ball club. I really think Dayton's, in my opinion, 1 to 10, maybe the most talented team in the WBL right now.
Now, what about in Canada? Their WBL has gotten great reception in Canada. Why is that?
Well, I think the basketball fans in Canada are becoming more knowledgeable, and they want the product. They really believe in the WBL. They know the WBL is a quality league, that's an entertaining league, and they really like to see the games. I know we go over there to Halifax, and they've got 7,000 people that are into the ball game. We had 11,000 at our place the other night, and it was really a great crowd for us. So I think that the WBL is very accepted in Canada, and I think it'll only grow with the addition of Hamilton next year.
Roger, I want to thank you very much for spending a little time with me. You're one of the great coaches in the league, and I know you're going to be there at the end.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Tom.
Okay, David, it's back to you.
Roger Lyons, a very classy guy, and he's true to his word. He keeps those people around. He's kept his players for years, and that's the reason why they are packing them at the Calgary Saddle Dam. Here we got a packed crowd too, and Dayton ahead of those 88s, 59-44. We're
Oh, drat. The ball seems to be curving today.
Almost.
Croquet? No way.
A heart.
2 clubs. 2 no trump.
Bridge?
What's the name of this game?
Pass. Badminton? You gotta be kidding. With its big orange taste, Minute Maid Orange Soda could only be the official soft drink of the NBA.
Take it from the MVP. Thank you very much. The MVP.
Before now, this is what you had to do to keep your feet comfortable, dry, and cool. Now you can do this. Introducing Tevas athletic shoes. With their soft polyurethane midsoles and form-fitting support, they cushion your feet for easy landings and fast takeoffs. New Tevas, cool under pressure.
Hi. Take your feet off the table. Now, here's your bag of Eagle potato chips. Here's my bag of Eagle potato chips. Now, we're going to open them. Not like an animal. Watch me. I open it easily. I remove 1 chip. Now, I taste it. Mmm. Mmm. The quintessence of taste and crunchiness. Go ahead.
Eagle potato chips. Everyone loves them.
When you're reaching for the refreshing, one-of-a-kind taste that's out of this world, you can't beat the real thing.
This crowd at the Irvin J. Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio, very much into it as they watch the Dayton Wings warm up, and the Calgary 88s coming out on the floor now. At halftime, the Wings having their way with the 88s, 59-44. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woloshin. Well, this ball game started out as if it was going to be a repeat of the first 2 that Calgary took rather easily. They jumped on top, and Chip Englund, one of the reasons why. He hit his patented 3-point shot. Calgary was controlling the boards, and they were making things happen. There's the little pass outside, and Englund gave the 88s the early lead. They jumped out by 5 midway through the first quarter, but then the little general took over. 5'10" Eddie Hughes, who came over, about 10 games ago to this ball club, the Dayton Wings, and made things happen. He gave assists up, and then he could hit the shot when he really had to, and it's been Dayton's way ever since then. They built an 8-point lead to end the first quarter. They took a 17-point bulge at one point in the second quarter, and at the half, it is the 15-point advantage. Let me bring in Tom Nasalki now. Tom, the turning point, what was it? The great rebounding advantage by Dayton and the defense, and I guess Jaren Jackson got hot too, huh?
Yeah, I think just defensively, Dayton is playing the best defense I've seen any team play in this league in the 2 years that I've been around. They're doing a good job. They're very aggressive. They're doing a nice job with their double teaming. They're just putting tremendous pressure on Calgary, not letting Calgary get into the type of offense that they want to get into.
Some folks say this league doesn't have great defense. That's not the case tonight. There has been some great D played for sure by Dayton. We pause now for a regional break. Sports Channel America's exclusive coverage of the WBL will be right back in Dayton, Ohio.
Are sports injuries preventing you from playing real sports? Call the Sports Medicine Center at St. Mary's Hospital. The same physicians who treat many of Milwaukee's pro athletes are here to treat you. The Sports Medicine Center at St. Mary's Hospital, Milwaukee. Because there's no substitute for the real thing.
Introducing the USA Starfighter Space Kite, the revolutionary kite that creates a UFO appearance as it sails through the sky. Constructed of sturdy polystyrene, it's kite flying fun for all ages. Everything you need for flight, including decorative Mylar decals. The USA Starfighter Space Kite. To order, call 425-8095. Just $13.95 plus shipping and handling. Major credit cards accepted, or send check or money order to P.O. Box 20832, Milwaukee, Wisconsin 53228.